Good morning, my classy people. My name is Wayne Bolden. I'm the Speed King, and we're 7 days away from the national holiday known as the Kentucky Derby weekend, the first Saturday of May, and of course, Friday. Hey, the girls will be in town, right? My girls will be in town for the Kentucky Oaks. What a great weekend for race fans, and I wish each and every one of you a good Derby weekend and have a bunch of fun for sure. That being said, hey, our tip sheets are available. Want to thank everybody that got their orders in and paid and did those things. We'll have those out on the 30th of March, which is Wednesday, in your inbox for sure. But you can still order both the Oaks and the Kentucky Derby. There are 13 races on Friday, 14 races on Saturday. So that's 27 races that I got to put together on the tip sheet. And, we're going to bat a high percentage. I'm pretty sure of that. But again, they're $20 each day. If you buy both, it's $35. Hey, here's a great way to support us. We put a lot of work and time and effort into this just for our community because they're so classy and the people that support us. So again, $35 for both days. Great way to support us. And we pour the money back into the studio. So please email us at speedking24@yahoo.com and or text the office if that's more convenient, 732-804-0637. Email us speedking24@yahoo.com. Great way to support us. And again, we really do appreciate all of your support for sure. Well, 7 days out. And I'm kind of tired. I still got a lot of work to do here. But I always like to do the post position spots, the winners that come from the 20 post position spots, because today, this Saturday, the 26th of April, is of course post position draw and morning lines are installed, okay? About 7 o'clock this evening, Eastern Standard Time, right? So we're going to dive right into if your horse land in one of these post positions, will that change your opinion? You are allowed to bet more than one horse in the Derby. I mean, it's a field of 20. And I always like to start with post position number 17. And you say, well, why, Speed King? Because it's an offer. Post position number 17 historically had 45 entries come out of this position and has 0 wins, 1 second, and 2/3. The last horse, I believe, is 49, ran second back there in 1988. So the question would be to you classy people, if your horse, your top horse, came out of post 17, what do you do? Historically, post 17 don't produce any winners. And it only has in the money percentage of like 6.77% out of 45 starts. That's a real tough post position, if you're top horse. Like journalism, the reporter horse. What if the reporter horse land in post 17? That's over. Huh? How awesome would that be in terms of short price, history going against them? Hey, what do you do? So that I always like to start with post 17. But don't get shy, because we got some even more information for the 3 post positions outside of 17. Post 18, if you ask your Speed King, nobody asked you. It ain't no better. Ain't no better. Well, I mean, what kind of English is that? It's just no better. Post 18 only has 2 wins from 37 starts and 4 seconds, which is a win percent of 5%. Okay, the last one, the run second in there was the old country house, the Billy Martin. I mean, we had Flavia Pratt up, and we had to get a DQ to get up for sure. I think maximum security was breakdancing down the lane, and so country house got put up 65-1. Me and Miss Tina Hammond, we were happy. Yeah, we made quite a bit of money that day on a DQ. But post 18 is no difference. So between post 17 and 18, there's only been 2 winners out of 82 starts. And guess what? Post 19 is no better. Only 1 win out of 31. Okay? And 1 second. Okay, for 3.2%. Okay, so you got post 17, 18, and 19 that's only produced 3 winners. And post 20 is no different. 2 winners out of 19. Okay, so really, out of the number of entries that's come out of post 17, 18, and 19, you got 20 entries, another that's 57, and then 57 and 45 is about 102. So out of 102 entries between post 17, 18, 19, and 20, okay, only 5 winners. What do you do if your horse or the favorite land in one of those 3 spots? Chances are, just historically, if it repeats itself history, the winners don't come from the last 4 post positions in the Kentucky Derby. Okay? I'm just telling you. I mean, it's clear as day here. Okay? So it's only 5 winners. 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right. That being said, let's go back to the top of the post positions with number 1. Well, number 1 is not a horrible position, particularly once they've changed the gate in that position a few years ago. The fastest time was by Hill-Gell, right? And the win percentage is about 8.5% from post number 1. 8 wins, 2 seconds, and 3/3. For in the money, 18%, almost 19%. So the number 1 position is 8%. It's one of the highest win percents in the Derby, like number 6 or 7 on the list. But it's surely a very, very in the money position. Position number 2, well, again, 7 wins from 95 starts, okay, 6 seconds and 13/3, right? The in the money percentage for post number 2 is 27%. That's really, really high, for sure. Post number 3, well, you got 95 starts, 6 wins, 8 seconds, 8/3. The in the money percentage is very high, 23%. So, and 6% to win. So post 2 and 3 hits the board probably higher than any other position, maybe number 10, than any other one. So if you're playing underneath, you think the post number 2 and 3 really does hit the board a lot. Post number 4, well, again, another not as high as post 2 and 3, but has 5 wins from 95 starts, 6 seconds, 4/3, for a win percent of 5.3, and in the money 15%. Okay, decisively was the fastest time there for sure. Super Saver won the thing in 2010. For sure. The number 5 post position, well, 10 wins from 95 starts, 8 seconds, and 4/3. Now, here is another high in the money, first, second, or third percentage, like post number 2 and 3. 23% for post number 5. 10% win. Okay? This is one of the highest win positions in the money positions on the board. Post number 10 and post number 5 and post number 10 are very high relative to the other 18. And post 5 and 10 are very high. 10% win and over 24%. Like that. Post number 6. Well, again, similarly to post 17, 18, 19, and 20. Post number 6, historically, with a lot of starts of 95, only 2 wins. 8 seconds and 3/3. Okay, so the in the money percentage is about 13%, but the win percent, number 6 post, is no better than the 4 outside posts. It's only 2% with 2 wins from 95 starts. So really, you can lump number 6, post position 6, right in there with the last 4 outside horses for sure. Post number 7, well, this one's a little bit better. 8 wins from 95 starts, 6 seconds, 6/3, 8.5% win, and very, very high in the money. Post number 7 at 21%. Post number 8, well, 9 wins from 94, 5 seconds, 5/3, 9, almost 10% win, 9.6, and 20% in the money. So you can see post number 8, post number 7, and post number 7 and 8 are very, very high percentage for wins, and seriously very high for in the money. 5, 7, and 8 in the money is very high, and the win percent focuses around 10% for those 3 post positions. 5, 7, and 8. 6 is horrible. Post number 9, well, it's a little bit worse for the win percentage, right? Only 4%. River Ridge was the fastest runner out of there, but the in the money percentage for post number 9 is near 20%. Okay, so there's another one. Okay, 7, 8, 5, and number 9. Well, here's your highest post position for wins and in the money. Post number 10. So it appears right in the middle, other than the 6 horse, is the place to be. Well, the fastest time from post number 10 was the historic, the best Triple Crown winner of them all was little Secretariat back in 1973, right? Very, very fast time in 159.2. 9 wins from post number 10, 6 seconds and 11 thirds for 29%. Post number 10 in the money and 10.2, of course, win. Post number 11, well, again, you can put post number 11 in there with post number 6 with 2 wins and post 17, 18, 19, and 20. Post number 11 only has 2 wins from a large starting group of 84. The 2.4% to win and 14 in the money. So 6, 11, 17, 18, 19, and 20 don't produce a lot of winners. I'm just saying what it says, right? Post number 12, of course, again, only 3 winners from 80 starts, 12% in the money. Another one, 11 and 12. Post number 13, pretty good. 5 wins from 78 starts, 5 seconds, 7 thirds. Very, very high in the money, post number 13. Post number 14, once again, like post number 6, and post number 11. Okay, post number 14 is only 2 wins from 68 starts and 6 seconds and 6 thirds, but in the money is 20%. So again, all right. Post number 15, of course. 6 wins, 2 seconds, 1 third, 9.5 win percent. Post 15 and 10 are very high with win percentage and of course in the money. And post 16, once again, only 4 wins from a good 52 starters, right? Which is like 7%. So there it is. So what is the takeaway? Well, the first takeaway is that post 17, 18, 19, and 20, post number 6, right, and post number 14, I believe it is, don't produce a whole lot of winners. They just don't, okay? Over those 6 post positions, I bet you they don't have more than 9 wins together. So go and pull the data up. Courier Journal is always a good place to look at the spots of the win contenders out of the Kentucky Derby. But again, my question to you is, what if your horse lands in one of these post positions, like post number 6, which only 2 winners, post number 14 with only 2 winners, post number 17 that has an offer, and 18, 19, and 20 is not that good. So the post positions historically, 6, 14, 17, 18, 19, and 20, don't produce a lot of Kentucky Derby winners, for sure. My name is Wayne Bolden. I love to do that. I'm looking forward to the post position draws to see where everybody draws. What crazy morning line the morning line guy's going to install, which is going to be ridiculous, I can assure you, right? Because there's not that big a spread between the top 4 horses, and you know who they all are. One shouldn't be 5-2, and the next one 8 or 9-1. That's silly, right? But anyway, we're going to still do some more videos out there for sure. Post positions. Let me know what you think. Go and pull it up yourself over there. I like Courier Journal on the internet, who gives you a breakdown of percentages and the money, right? What horses win the most in what positions. To me, 6, 14, 17, 18, 19, and 20 creates a real problem. Post number 5 and 10 are very good for win percentages and in the money. My name is Wayne Bolden. I'm the Speed King. 1 week out. We're a little tired, but we got good energy for sure. Speed King 24 at yahoo.com. Get your tip sheet orders in for sure. Stay classy, y'all. Sorry for such a long video, but this is a very, very important thing. Post 16, no, post 6, post 8, no, post 6, post 14, 17, 18, 19, 20. Don't produce a lot of winners. What do you do? Who knows? My name is Wayne Bolden. I'm the Speed King.